Good afternoon. My name is Brandon Simmons, and I'm the digital manager for Open Mortgage. I'm here with my marketing coordinator, Macon Libertor, and this is our monthly marketing webinar for the month of June, the hottest month in Texas, which is pretty vague, considering every month is hot in Texas until at least November or maybe even December. But yeah, so yes, this is our monthly webinar where we discuss various topics, various marketing topics, if you will, particularly digital marketing. And so this month's topic is going to cover organizing your social media. So pretty much we've talked about social media on here from time to time, creating it, what to put on there, which platform to use. This is kind of bringing all of that into one topic, but it's giving it a little bit more of a it's giving it a little bit more of a basic field for it, sort of like I would probably even say a miscellaneous field. Just just talking about different things around social media as far as like keeping it together. So one of the first things that we're going to talk about today is just basically creating social media platforms in itself. So, there's pretty much a couple of ways to create these platforms, and so some of them might be the same, others might have a little difference to them. The next thing we're going to discuss about it is being compliant. So how can we stay within the compliance rules when you're creating these social media platforms or when you're using these social networks? Picking and choosing your platforms is going to be our next topic. So just knowing which ones you can use or which ones you want to use. And also, we're going to finish with staying updated. So we're just going to get into how you can change certain information on there, whether it's in your description or about section, or if it's on your on the content side of things, as far as like the type of content that you share with your audience. So creating social media platforms. Thought I clicked the mouse in there. All right, there we go. So one of the first things that we ask for you to do when asking you to create social media is separate your business social media from your personal. So any social medias, any social media platform or social network that you're using to promote your loans, we're asking that you try to keep that away from your personal accounts. So with Facebook, it's one of the main platforms that a lot of the loan officers will ask me about as far as like getting that set up. Because a lot of them will have, personal Facebook pages. But here at Open Mortgage, we ask that you create a business Facebook page if you're going to promote your loans. Reason being, I always say that, with personal pages, you have all types of friends from all walks of life with all types of beliefs. And so if they tag you in something that's, kind of, highly offensive or, something that's pretty much contradictory to what you're trying to do as far as business wise, that could look pretty bad on you. So the best thing to do is just kind of create a business page where they won't be able to tag you in it unless it has something to do with like what you're actually doing. And in this case, selling loans. Um, for other platforms, it's not so simple as well, it is kind of simple, but it's really not as far as like separating business from personal. A lot of the social networks today, they're kind of getting a little bit better about that. So with Twitter, it's pretty much like once you create a Twitter account, you can do whatever you want with that Twitter account. So if you create a Twitter account just with an email address and a password, you can use that Twitter account for a business. You can use that Twitter account for a personal. There's really no distinguishing in that other than like if you create a whole separate Twitter account strictly for your loans and you have a whole separate Twitter account for your personal, if that makes sense. With LinkedIn, they have a similar model to what Facebook does as far as like separating your business and your personal pages. So with LinkedIn, they have company and showcase pages aside from like just your regular LinkedIn profile. And so with LinkedIn, it's pretty much, I mean, it's pretty much already a business network, so to speak. So you can pretty much go on there as a loan officer and, just kind of promote your loans or promote, what you do as far as like in the mortgage business. And with a company page, I don't think you would actually need that to promote yourself individually, but I would suggest that, if you have a branch working collectively, especially if you're a DBA, um, you might want to look into using a company page if you want to just promote the entire branch. So maybe a open mortgage Colorado or open mortgage Nederland, Texas, something to that effect. That would probably be better used for the company page aspect on LinkedIn. Other than that, you could probably, if you're just promoting yourself, you're probably just better off using a regular LinkedIn profile. Instagram, they do have the capability of where you can use your account as a business account. You can pretty much switch it to a business account. The only thing about the LinkedIn business account, it doesn't look like there's a lot of extra, features to kind of set it apart. Um, like once you switch it to a business account, like that'll be the only account you'll have. And so only thing it'll allow you to do is put in phone number information, contact information, which includes phone number. I believe address can be available in there as well. Definitely, you can put in your email on your Instagram business account, and it has the capability of letting you watch the stats of people that visit your profile. So definitely that's something if you want to look into, just kind of check that out on your own. I think it's only accessible through, I think it can only be modified through the mobile. So if you have Instagram, just kind of get on your phone after seeing this and just kind of flip through it and see how you feel about that. Keep track of your logins. So this is pretty much an item I thought of, and it's just been coming up as of late. Um, just keeping track of your logins for your social media accounts. So I know, like, as I'm saying, like create separating business from personal or creating like all these different accounts. It's going to be best if you just try to keep track of, what are you using to log in these accounts with. Some of them, like Twitter and Instagram, you don't have to use an email address. You can just create a username for these accounts and get yeah, just create a username and a password, and you'll automatically have an account created for both of those profiles, so or for both of those platforms. So just kind of keep track of that. Just making sure you know which ones you're using to get into. There's some there's some platforms where if you have a whole other social network, you can log in to that platform with the other social network. For example, Pinterest allows you to log in or create a profile if you have a Facebook profile. The same thing I believe can happen with Instagram. If you have a Facebook profile, you can use that Facebook profile to create an Instagram profile or log into your Instagram. So just kind of keep track of, all your logins that you have for your social media platforms. Using someone else to create and manage. So with this one, it's pretty much if you're just if you're just not familiar or if you're just not with this whole social media thing, as far as like putting the work in for it, but you realize that there's an actual benefit to it. There's nothing wrong with using someone that to kind of help create your social media for you and as well as manage it. So I mean, there's plenty of people out there that are willing to be hired. Pretty much a ton of freelancers out there that are willing to create a Facebook page for you, Twitter page, etc. So there's nothing wrong with using someone else to kind of create those pages for you. I would say this third subtitle, it kind of goes back to this subtitle right here. Just keeping track of those logins. Once they create that Facebook page for you, that Facebook business page, just kind of make sure you're added in as an admin to that Facebook business page, so you can be able to kind of track the content that's going on, so you can edit the changes that's going on, in case you need to get rid of the page itself. You can be able to do that. Make sure you have some type of ownership over these pages that they create for you. Just has some type of control. So if you have to make a change as far as like, oh, I'm retiring, or I want to go I want to go into a whole other industry or something like that, but this page is still up and I don't want nobody to find out about this. Let me see how I can optimize this page or how I can delete this page. Make sure you have somebody to kind of put you in an admin position over these social media pages. The manage part, just about the same thing. If there's something that you want to announce on these pages, make sure you're able to have that capability as well. And we're going to get into more about managing your social media pages. Last one, deleting the pages. So as I said in the previous bullet point as well, if there's something if it gets to a point where you want to get into another industry, or if you're moving to another job and you're just trying to come up with a whole different page, um, different from what you already have, then it's very important that you are an admin and able to delete these pages. And even when deleting these pages, sometimes it takes like a huge it's just a huge bothersome process as far as getting rid of them. And each one is different as well. I think with Facebook, you have to contact Facebook to tell them to be like, hey, can you remove this? Or when you go into, I believe it's settings, and when you scroll to the and under the general info tab, when you scroll to the bottom, click on delete page or remove page. They'll give you a message saying it'll take like a week or so before they actually go in and delete that page. So definitely just want to just kind of pay attention to, if you want to delete these pages, make sure that you have some type of ownership over these pages. Being compliant. So with I know like quite a few of you have been talked to about putting certain things in your social media pages. And the reason for that is compliance treats the social media pages as a form of advertisement. So, with that being said, um, on each advertisement, there's certain things that are required on there. So, just like there are certain things required on all the advertisements, these are also required of all social media platforms. And so where you put those social media platforms, it all kind of depends, but you have to make sure they are on there in some form or fashion. Certain items, so each advertisement has certain items that needs to be listed. Those same items have to be listed on your social media pages somewhere as well. The main items are pretty much personal NMLS and branch NMLS, um, branch address, including city, state, and zip code, equal housing logo. Um, let's see, I believe branch telephone number should be available as well. The NMLS access URL. So I think that's nmlsaccess.org. Definitely the open mortgage logo should be listed somewhere on your social media page. And if you are a DBA, your DBA logo is acceptable in place of the open mortgage logo. So those are the items that are more than likely to be placed or more than likely required for your social media. And you can either write these down or you can upload these via the social media banner. So writing them down, we'll touch on that in the next slide probably, but writing these down includes like going into your social media platform and looking for the about section. Usually the about section or description section is on your or your exact profile page. So if you have a Facebook page, Facebook business page, you're gonna go right to your Facebook business page, click on about, then you're gonna look in in certain items and just type in, click on edit, type in what you need to type in. Then you're gonna go in, just click on save or whatever. For Twitter, you'll probably go right to your Twitter profile, click on edit profile. It'll allow you to like type in various items from there. Um, for LinkedIn, same thing. You can go right in and just click on view profile, then edit profile. And we'll touch on these in a few moments real quick. One thing I do want to talk about is the social media banner that I was referring to. So if you look on your screen right now, if you're online on if you're on the computer right now, if not, you're probably, if you're watching a video, it'll definitely show up. But yeah, this is an example of the social media banner that we have available for you in Marketing on Demand. And so the way you can access this is go into Marketing on Demand through Cabo, um, move your mouse over Catalog, then over Digital Marketing, and then click on Social Media. When you click on Social Media, you can scroll down, and this particular banner is the Facebook banner, and this will fit into your Facebook cover photo. There is one available in Twitter, that is available for Twitter, and that'll be the Twitter/LinkedIn banner. So pretty much you can upload this into your cover photo section of your social media platforms, um, and it'll have all the information that you need as far as being compliant. So here you have the Open Mortgage logo, the NMLS 2975, and the NMLS URL, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Your excuse me, yeah, your NMLS, your personal NMLS numbers will be in here. The first one is your personal NMLS. The second one is the branch NMLS. Your branch address, including city and state, zip code as well. Branch telephone numbers. The second number will be optional. Your email address and the equal housing opportunity logo. So all of this information is pretty much required for your social media platform, but it will all be available on a social media banner. So you can just download the banner from Marketing on Demand, upload it into your cover photo, and you will not have to worry about, getting a phone call from compliance ever again. Just make sure that this information is placed somewhere on your social media. So the about section of your platform is also where you can write in some of your compliance items. And as I mentioned, it's different for each social network. So each social network or social platform is obviously designed different and used for different things. So the about section of those platforms, they're going to be, different as well. So Facebook, its about section or wherever you can type in that information is going to be placed somewhere different. Same thing with Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram as well. It's easier to place it in one section. So with Twitter, just going back to the different for each social network, everybody knows that Twitter has like their whole thing is well, now it's 280 characters or less. So that's pretty much something that they kind of stick to, even on like when filling out profile descriptions and all that. There's only so much they can allow. So that's kind of why we offer the social media banner for that. But also, it's just easier to kind of place everything in just one section. So with Facebook, they have I believe, a spot called short description, where you can go in, you can kind of just place certain things in there, and so it'll be enough space in there for you to like just kind of place in all your information that you need to place in. Same thing with LinkedIn. It'll be enough space in there for you to go and place everything that you need to place in. Uh, you can utilize the contact fields for address info. So if there's something that says, city, state, or address, go ahead and utilize the address spots for your branch address. As I said, especially I believe LinkedIn has that as well. And so, as I said earlier, LinkedIn is pretty much a professional network. There's what I'm saying, there's no reason for you to have like a personal LinkedIn and a professional LinkedIn when it's all right there. So I believe that is it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and try to give you a quick look into some of the places that you can type stuff in for compliance. So, as I mentioned earlier, if you go to your Facebook page, usually I'll tell people, click on the about section on the far left. This is what I'm talking about. Um, it'll say about. Now, some of these tabs, you might not have these tabs. You might have something calling them different. But more than likely, you're going to have an about section. So you'll click on the about section. It'll take a little bit of time to load up. And so once it comes into the about section, it's pretty much going to show you basically all the stuff that is about you. It's going to show address. It might even show start date, show long description, short description, either one of those. So today it feels like taking this time, I guess. There we go. So as you can see, you have the address right here, branch phone number, categories. So a lot of people, I believe, a lot of loan officers, I've been hearing that you have mortgage brokers in your category. If you could try switching that to loan service. And so the way you can do that is if you go into to the about section, come under general, just click on the edit button, and you should be able to just delete whatever you got there and then just click on save. So yeah, business info, contact information, so websites, you can put in your email address here, more info about, you can put in, just stuff about you pretty much. What products you do, just different type of stuff. Um, come in to edit page info to change all that. And so you see where categories were, where we just try to edit that. You could change that in here. Email, branch address, allow for you to put in a city, state, zip code. You can add the office hours if you want to. All right. Let's see if we can go to our Twitter real quick. Should still be logged in. We are. All right. So you log into Twitter. You're gonna click on the. Let's see. You're gonna click on the profile. This link right here on the far left take you to your profile page, or you can click on the icon at the top right and go right to profile. It'll take you right to your profile page. You can click on edit profile, and pretty much here's where you can kind of change a lot of the information. So if you want to upload that banner, you click on change your header photo right here, change your profile picture right here. This is where you can kind of where you can change the description actually. Um, okay, so yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, here's where you can click on the or change the description, change the city and state, add the add the website, and once you do that, click on Save Changes. Now, I just got a request in to show about pinning tweets, and so if you want to pin a tweet, and let's just say you wanted to upload the banner or something, and you really, let's say you wanted to upload the social media banner because you really liked how this banner looked better in your cover photo. So you can do that. So what'll happen is, when you all you have to do is select the tweet on your profile page, and on this arrow right here, you'll click on it, you'll left click on it, and then you'll scroll down to where it says pin to your profile page. So once you left click again, it's going to ask, this will replace any previously pinned tweet. Are you sure? Yes, go ahead. Left click on pin. It's now pinned. We can view now. And so, yes, this is a pinned tweet. It will stay at the top of your page from here on till you decide to change that tweet. So that'll work for, if you just want to, maybe you just wanted to tweet out the compliance information. You can do that. However you want to do it, so you can just pin it to the top of your page. But if you just wanted to upload that social media graphic just to be compliant with that, then you could pin that, then you can upload that, tweet that out, and then pin it at the top as well. So yes, pinning is good for the state required verbiage. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let's see. One more platform we're going to go to is LinkedIn. And we're just going to the platforms that are like more commonly used. So if you wanted to like change anything in LinkedIn, you'll go to click on the icon at the top, then go to view profile. And so here's where I think a lot of people just kind of get lost, and I don't know why they get lost, but the a lot of people I tell to, like, when they need to go create or when they need to go edit information in LinkedIn, I tell them go to their profile, click on the pencil icon. So once they click on this pencil, this is the pencil icon right here. So in here you have your name, first and last name, headline, it could be your title, industry, your summary. This is where you can pretty much put in like all that compliant information. So NMLS, all that stuff. Branch address, you could put that in as well. You probably won't even have to put in a lot of it. Just the regular street address, city and state. You might not have to, but you can if you want to. Zip code, place all that in here. After that, click on save. And so pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much where you can go to edit a lot of the information for your social media pages. So we're gonna go into the next one, just picking and choosing platforms. So you don't have to use all the platforms. Whatever you want to use, it's up to you. We just ask that you try to use at least one. If you don't feel comfortable using Facebook, you don't have to use Facebook. Same thing with Twitter, LinkedIn, all that stuff. Just use what you want to use. How can you decide that? Is just look to what's the most used. Just kind of research where a lot of your customers are. Just talk with a few of your friends or whatever. Excuse me. Yeah, talk with a few of your friends or whatever, see what they're on the most. You could probably talk with a couple of past clients that you might run into and be like, what are you on for social media? Um, it might change depending on what product you're selling. If you're in the home, if you're doing traditional mortgages or forward mortgages, you probably have a little bit more of a younger group. So their thing is probably Twitter, Instagram. In a few cases, it might be Snapchat, if you will. For those who are, with a group that's a little bit more older, it might be Facebook. In some cases, it might be Twitter. There are quite a few senior citizens that are getting on Twitter now, as compared to before. Those numbers just keep growing or whatever. Um, but definitely just kind of look at what's being used out there. And as I mentioned before, what are you comfortable with? It's some people they're on Facebook like all the time. They feel more comfortable using Facebook. They know how to get the right engagement from Facebook. How to get how to get the most likes out of certain content. So if that's who you are, then by all means go ahead and use that to your advantage. Just kind of use that to promote your loans or whatever, but use it on a business page. Don't use it on a personal. But just kind of go with what you're comfortable with. And on the flip side of that is people that are more in tune with how to use Twitter. um just kind of they just know what to do to like kind of get the most retweets, get just get the most likes out of something. So yeah, just kind of go with what you're comfortable with. And as I said, also, go with where your clients are. You're in this to like sell loans, so you want to go, well, I sold a loan to this person. I know got to be a couple of other there's got to be a couple more other people that are just like them that I can sell to, probably just as easy. So, what social media platforms are they using? Maybe it's, for some people that are doing traditional mortgage, maybe it's not the Twitters, maybe it's more of the Instagram where you have to go to and, just put out certain things on there to kind of get those potential leads attentions. So, just pretty much just go on where your clients are and where you think you'll be the most successful at. Updating regularly is pretty much consisting of just a few things. So, Social Build, this is not a shameless plug for Social Build. Actually, it is, because we are encouraging y'all to, we're encouraging people to, we're encouraging you guys to get on social media. And so, consider this as a way of us like kind of helping you get out there if you don't have any social media, and just kind of getting you started as far as like building up a social media presence. So with Social Build, it's a tool in marketing on demand, and which you can post to your social media through marketing on demand, whether it's by you or whether it's by us. And so the way it works is, once you get connected to Social Build in there, if you want us to connect, excuse me, if you want us to post to your social media on behalf of you, um, what we'll do is once we see that you connected your social media account, we'll go in and we'll add it to a group of either forward, reverse, or both, and then we'll just start pushing out the blog articles for that day and just delivering them to your social media platforms. Just people can just so your audience can kind of see them, and just kind of build up a build up a build so you can build some engagement off of those articles as well. Now, I will say the catch about that is that the articles that we push are coming from our website. And so it'll be a blog that's from openmortgage.com. However, you do have the option of pushing your own blog articles from your website. So do not feel shy in doing that at all. Social Build, we want you to join to like, just kind of help you out and, you know, get your social media presence going and everything. But we also want you guys to, just kind of step out there a little bit if you can, and, just take a chance or two. whatever. Just take a chance on what you're comfortable with as far as like posting content out there. But definitely, social media is something that you should definitely you should really look into trying. We did add some new graphics in there, some now hiring graphics. So if you want to take a look in the social build, go in there, check it out. It's also under the digital marketing space in marketing on demand. So you'll just go into marketing on demand, move your mouse over catalog, move it over digital marketing, then click on social media. Once you click on social media, it should be like the first thing that pops up in there. And we also have videos available um, to help you connect to social bill. So after this is finished, if you have any questions about social bill, just let me know and I'll send you a video and explain it. Another thing about updating regularly is making sure you're keeping up with your new addresses, contact information, etc. So as I showed you those three spots where you can change your contact information, your about me's and all that stuff, make sure you're keeping that updated. If you're moving to a new office, just make sure you got the entire street address correct. Even if you're moving next door, make sure the suite number is correct and everything such as that. Same thing with phone numbers, obviously, as well as with email addresses. Um, if you're doing if you're doing this thing where you might be you're becoming a DBA, and so instead of having the at openmortgage.com email address, maybe you're doing a at newmortgage.com type of thing. I'm not saying that's I'm not saying whether or not you can do that, because I'm not sure whether or not you can do that. So but it's just giving an example that make sure if that's listed, if you have your old email address listed on your social media, make sure you have that updated to your new and current email address as well on your social media. Choosing your own content. So just kind of going back to the idea of social build, um, and pretty much the idea of it is just to have content put out there on your social media pages, just to just to just kind of keep it regular, and just keep it updated and fresh and engaging and attentive. So if you don't want to use blogs, feel free to choose some of your own content that you feel is worth it. Maybe you want to use like infographics or something, or if you want to write your own blogs, that's fine. uh, of course, make sure they're going through compliance, but definitely feel free to kind of choose your own content. If you want to share links from other websites, like maybe there's a link on CNN's money website or money section that you want to share, that's dealing with real estate or dealing with housing, be sure to yeah, feel free to use that type of content as well. So, but yeah, basically, just kind of keep everything updated regularly. Okay. All right. Marketing updates. So we're in the last few slides. Couple of things I wanted to touch on for just marketing updates in general. Marketing 101. This webinar is not Marketing 101. So if you're here for Marketing 101, you'll have to come back next Wednesday at 1 p.m. But Marketing 101, it is a course that we just started, I believe, last month, and it's just to help out the new loan officers, as well as any loan officers that have been around for a while, that just have different questions about where everything is in marketing. So this will include how to create a website, how to order marketing materials. We even talk about social build a little bit, of course. We've added a new section uh, over social media, and we're just going to talk about kind of what you need, what we expect of you on social media. What we expect of you, like with social media, in regards to like promoting open mortgage or promoting your mortgages. But this is going to be the first and third Wednesday of every month at 1 p.m. Central Time. So West Coast, 11 a.m. for you guys. Um, Not Midwest, I would say Mountain Time, guys. That would be 12 p.m. for you. East Coast, 2 o'clock for you. So 1 p.m. Central Time. Every first and third Wednesday, we will have the Marketing 101 course. So if you have a new loan officer, um, that's kind of starting and they don't know really where to go, you can send them to this course. You can send them an invite. Everybody will get an invite to this. So if you don't feel like you need it, but you know somebody that does need it, please send them to this Marketing 101 course and we'll teach them all that we need to know. Speaking of all they need to know, the Welcome to Marketing email, this is sent out by our marketing coordinator, Megan Libertor. And pretty much the welcome to marketing email is for all licensed loan officers. And it just shows them all the things that they need to have as far as like getting set up marketing wise. So they need to have websites created. Um, they'll show them how to get into marketing on demand, how to set up Reach 150. It'll show them about logging into Optify Now slash leads on demand and that whole process. It just gives them everything about marketing that they need to know. I know that we just created this email also right before I think it was right around the time we were getting ready for the Marketing 101. So I'm not sure if all the new loan officers that have came in since March, I would say late March, early April. I'm not sure if all of you have received this email or not. If you have not, and you're a new licensed loan officer that has come on board since the beginning of April, and you have not received a welcome to marketing email, please reach out to me or Megan or just email marketing and we will send that to you so you can go ahead and get started on some of these things. But definitely, if and that's only and if you haven't received anything at all and you've been here, past April, you've been here March, February, whatever, email us anyway so we can get you started in the right direction. Um, New loan officer hire. So I'm not sure if a lot of you have seen this on social media, but I've been doing these posts for new loan officer hires. It'll say, "Welcome to the team," such and such. And so I'll have that in the graphic, and in the caption, I'll say, "Welcome so and so to the team. You can go check them out. Here's their website. Go check them out at their website." So I don't. This is something I just kind of started back doing, and this kind of I've been working with it a little bit, and I didn't have the format down. I didn't have the format for it down quite yet. I think this is the format I want to go to. Welcoming somebody in the graphic, then having people go to their website. So with that being said, if you want to be on this new loan officer hire, because I know the questions are going to come down, how can I be on the new loan officer hire? You must have your website created. So I mean, I'm not going to have a time right now. I don't have a time limit on who I'm putting on there. There have been people I put on there that, a couple of weeks after they've officially been hired or whatever. But I'm not going to wait 4 months for you to get your website created. Consider, if you want to be on this new loan officer hire, consider that a motivation for you to get your website done immediately, because also you need to have your website done in order to get marketing materials, all this stuff. So definitely, once you get that welcome to marketing email, make sure you jump on that website. Once I see that you have your website created, then I can get you on a new loan officer hire, post you across all of our social media, have people jump right on your website. And it goes on our LinkedIn, of course, but I'm also putting this on the Facebook, the Twitter. I'm putting this on the Instagram. So, there's a chance that, hey, you can probably get your first lead from either one of these platforms. So definitely go ahead and get jumping on that website as soon as you get that welcome to marketing email. Really loving how I tied those two together. Okay. So moving on. Um, Update all your logos. So one thing I want to just really stress to you guys is wherever wherever you have old logos at, whether it's social media, um, whether it's at certain events or wherever, make sure that you have, if you have an old logo, throw it away. Right, pretty much. We have updated logos. Right now, currently, we're doing the 15-year anniversary logos, and if you want to use those, that's fine. You can use those logos. It's in marketing on demand under digital marketing and actually not under digital marketing, but it's under the logos tab under OM logos, so you can use that logo as well. Um, 15th anniversary. Our current regular open mortgage logo has the registered R in it and not the TM. So any marketing material that you have or you're planning to create or use, make sure it has the open mortgage registered R on there. Um, DBAs, if you have new logos, please send them in to us so we can make sure we have updated logos for you. But definitely make sure all your logos are updated. Um, if you feel you do not have an updated logo, um, just email me. I'll try to get them to you as quick as possible. But yes, please make sure you have updated logos, especially if you're at events. Um, I just want to we just want to make sure that, everybody sees the great, beautiful work that our graphic designers have put into the past on these logos, on these current logos. So definitely, if you're going to any events pretty soon, make sure your logos are pretty tight. If you're going to any events, just reach out to us about the logos. And I'm glad I'm able to tie into this next bullet point, the event request form. So I think we announced it about a month or so ago about the what the event request form is. So I just wanted to remind everybody that we have this form that if you're going out to an event, pretty much um, which just fill out this form if you need anything as far as any collateral, or I believe if you need any like promotional items like pins or things of that nature, and I think a banner as well. So if you need a banner with an updated logo, I believe you can fill out this event request form, and this is located in the forms tab, correct? Yeah, it's located in the forms tab in your Google Drive. I will have to double check on that, but definitely we have an event request form. So if you have an event coming up and you need, certain items such as promotional items, if you need collateral or anything of that nature, then please fill out this form. If you cannot find the form, I will gladly send you the link so you can look at this form and just kind of check it out. If you just want to just look at it just to see what it looks like in case you want to, have it in the future or anything like that, definitely check out this form. And I'm going to switch it over to Megan real quick. She's going to talk about.
You can leave
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Leave it on you. One exciting new thing that we have is new realtor newsletters for our forward side. So you will find beginning July 1st in Optify Now, you will find a forward open wire newsletter for realtors. It's very exciting for you guys. We hope you'll use it and get some business out of it. The reverse realtor newsletters will be coming soon, so we will let you know when they're out and available. It won't be too much longer, but for all of our forward LOs, newsletter for realtors will be available July 1st in Optify Now. So please use those and to generate some work and get some business going with your realtors.
All right. Thank you for that, Megan. So we're at the end, guys. Are there any questions that you have about anything that we just talked about today? Forms. Okay. So yeah, the forms I was referring to, it is in forms.corp in the corporate bookmarks in Google's in Google. I don't know why I cannot say that name. But yeah, forms.corp in the corporate bookmarks. So once you look for that, I believe that should be along the top of your Google Chrome browser. Um, so yeah, just look for that and you should be able to find the forms. It'll be under, yeah, it'll just say event form request. Look on the right hand side when you get to that page. Any other questions? Mhm. All right, so forward will be in Optify Now. That is where your newsletter will be in Optify Now under Leads on Demand. All right, guys. If there is not any more questions, thank you for your time. This has been recorded, so it will be sent out probably sometime tomorrow, or I might just wait till Monday when everybody's checking their email for sure, for sure. And so that being said, if there's no more questions. You have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you.